Interesting move by the captain, opting to bring Mohammad Irfan into the attack, and he's been driven past long or mid-off fielder, gets a couple of more runs to his tally. Is usually brought into the attack when the field is open after 6 overs. Someone who is an old ball specialist. He's a bowler who bowls those fantastic cutters. He's got a brilliant deceptive slower one as well. So he just has two fielders outside the circle. That's going to be a bit of a challenge for Irfan. Oh, that's a wonderful stroke by Saurav. And this is the reason I was mentioning that he's been brought a bit too early. He can't bowl all that freely. He will be under a bit of pressure because he knows there's only two fielders outside the circle and he doesn't have the raw pace as well. And also, of course, there's no demons in the wicket as of such. So that decision so far hasn't paid off. And the fight is on. It's a good little partnership being stitched between the two after the departure of the captain, Kamalata. Yes, it's really good batting. Sort of was desperate to take a single. Yayan Kenrai just politely telling him to calm down, relax. I mean, we don't need to take any unnecessary chances or risks for that matter. Excellent facilities, of course, here in Abu Dhabi Sports Harbour in Tolerance Oval. Ground staff, I think they've done a fabulous job before the start of this game. Of course, taking good care of the wicket has the curator. Oh, very lucky for Saurav. In fact, this could be a run out. They need to be careful. It's a very unusual stroke. You don't really see that much often coming in from the bat of Saurav. I mean, he played a cross-batted shot across the line. Strikers end. Well, I'm going to be short of words after watching this shot because that is such a classic little back foot punch. Wow. High elbow. The head was so still in the balance. This boy is special. Yayan Kinrai, without taking any chances, he's raced on to 22. And if ever so, I wish we could have had a highlight package of his batting so far. I mean, the strokes which he's played has been so delightful. Such a charismatic cricketer is Yayan Kinrai. Poor delivery. Yeah, the captain surely has missed a trick or two to introduce Irfan in the power play, and it hasn't gone in their favour. That's a nothing delivery. Yayan Kinrai just doing the right thing, flicking it, getting some part of the bat, gets a boundary to close out a useful over. 50 comes up for Abu Dhabi Smashers in the fifth over. Here is Nabil Aziz. Wily old fox. Already a smile on his face. He's a genuine wicket taker. He's someone who'll just come in and get you those important breakthroughs. And here he is. Chipped in the air. Will only be a single. He's someone who's so accurate, really, Nabil Aziz. He won't really try too much in the middle. He's someone who likes to keep things simple. And the situation at the moment of the game is that you just need to see off this over first. So Nabil will look to target the stumps. I don't think he's going to flight the ball because there's already runs on the board. So there's going to be a risk of element involved if you try take chances. So yeah, he will dart onto the stumps. He'll try to make sure this over is not a big one. Maybe 7 to 8 runs, that's acceptable. Once the field opens, that's where you will see Nabil Aziz opening up. Yeah, again, he's darting it. He's just firing it. He's got a lovely arm delivery as well. So this is a very interesting passage of play when Nabil and also Wahab Hassan will be bowling in tandem. No flight whatsoever. This is a really good, smart cricket and good running by the two. Very good calling by Saurav. Look at that. Played it with the soft hands and he knew that the fielder was quite far. Good pick up and throw, but these two are absolutely lightning between the wickets. And Nabil Aziz, mind you, he's someone who gets through his overs very quickly. So once you realize that, oh, he's already bowled 2 to 3 overs and we haven't really given, or rather he hasn't conceded many runs, it's already too late. The required run rate just shoots up very quickly. And he's a very clever bowler as well, Nabil Aziz. Especially when he plays on tracks where there is something to offer for the spinners. This man becomes very, very lethal. He spins the ball a mile and also he keeps on pitching the ball in the right areas in the same length, and from there he'll bowl an arm delivery as well, so you're not really sure which way he's going. And also he's got a delivery where it straightens up, so he's someone you need to be very careful of. Yeah, look at this. This is brilliant. I mean, he's making sure that his field is aligned properly. He doesn't want to spoil his over. He's done exceptionally well in the last over of the power play. Well, this is such a brilliant over, really. Nabil Aziz, he's done a fine job. Only given 4 runs in the last over of the power play. 57 for 1. So it's going to be Irfan who will continue, and yeah, I think this is a good move. The field is now widespread. Now you will see that Mohammad Irfan will become much more lethal. He's someone who usually has a deep point, a deep cover, a deep third man, deep mid wicket. Usually has the mid on in the circle, or rather the long on in the circle. So the field setup at the moment, he's got. I will let you know after this delivery. So he's having a deep point in position alongside a deep square leg, a deep mid wicket, long on, and the mid on is in the circle alongside the mid off. So you do expect him to bowl some short stuff. I don't really think he will be looking to bowl anything fuller. Yeah, now the mid on has dropped back to the long on, so he does have a lot of protection towards the leg side. Long on, deep mid, deep square. Yeah, gone. This is exactly what I was mentioning. That's where he becomes so deceptive. And right after the power play, he has picked up a wicket. Easy catch for Farhan. And finally, the partnership has now been disengaged, as Saurav will have to head back to the dugout. It's 58 for 2. So just that one error of judgment by Farman Ali to bring Irfan in the power play that did heavily backfire, where he was smashed all over the park. But this is a great time now to really tighten up the screws, because Prithvi Madhu is another batter who does tend to take a bit of time in the middle. And that is something which they don't have really. I mean, a couple of good overs will pass by where there's no boundaries coming in freely for the batters. There will be a few dot deliveries. Yeah, they will be able to rotate strike with the singles and doubles. But that is something which is not going to harm Team 7 Districts. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. Mohammad Irfan. Those cutters, he bangs it really hard into the surface. It never really arrives at you. There you go. It's not going to be easy. And this is going to be a tough little passage of play for Abu Dhabi Smashes. We'll keep the chat alive after this over. It's 60 for 2. Changing bowling, so just the one over for Nabil Aziz, and they have opted to go with Wahab Hassan, who's going to be bowling from the far end. Another bowler who's super accurate, Wahab Hassan, and he's a bowler who really enjoys his cricket. Really, he's someone who I haven't seen in pressure ever. He's a fighter. He'll keep on coming hard at you, and this is what he will do. He'll just keep on bowling you in the right areas. Mix up. Now, the problem is, I mean, these two cricketers, Yayankin Rai and Prithvi Madhu, they are such classical batters. They are exceptional cricketers. But the problem is that they are quite a similar type of batters. I mean, their approach is always looking to be defensive. They are stroke makers. They're not someone who will just play those lofted shots and try to blast the bowling. So I think maybe they've missed. So either of these two batters will have to play against their natural gameplay, and that is to really look to go hard. And I feel it has to be Yayin Rai, because he is someone who's been in immaculate touch. He's been in sublime form. He's already gotten the start. So Prithvi Madhu, he can stay out there in the center, just try to just sail the ship. And Yayin Rai should look to be aggressive and play a few more strokes. Excellent over. He's given only 3 runs, and Seven Districts at the moment are having an upper hand in this contest. It's a 63 for 2 after 8. Switching his bowlers is the captain Farman Ali. So just a couple of overs for Irfan. I think Mohammad Irfan could have continued. Nabil Aziz, of course, he's not a bad option. You could always ask Nabil Aziz to come at any stage of the game, and he wouldn't mind to bowl at this stage specifically. But Irfan, I think he was finally getting his rhythm going in his favor. So you might have just bowled him out. But of course, the captain is out there. He's the one to take decisions. So let him do what he's doing. He's done an exceptional job for Man Ali, of course, marshalling his troops behind the stumps. Yeah, he's having a fantastic time with his captaincy. Ever since he's been made the captain, I think Farman Ali has done exceptionally well. He's won a lot of games for his team, and also good to see that he's not having the burden of being the captain. He's scoring runs consistently himself as well. Yeah, this is exactly what I was mentioning in the last over. That's what happens when you send two batters who have a similar gameplay. Two very, very talented cricketers, no doubt. But What I'm discussing here is on regards to the circumstances and the condition and the situation of the game, the demand, what is required at the moment. And you, the last thing which you would want is to frustrate the next batters to come. Ghulam Murtaza, another cricketer who is pretty familiar with these conditions, with this ground. Zen, but of course he's still yet to come. He can blast. And talking about blasting, Jain has sent this into the dugout of Seven Districts, and this is much more like it. It has to be Yain Kiran Rai who needs to take the charge. And Nabil Aziz just needs to slow down a little bit. He's being predictable. And Yain Kiran Rai not missing out on the opportunity. It's 71 for 2. Very quiet over by Habas, and he bowled a beautiful first over. Quick single, and a direct hit was certainly required, but was off target. Yeah, it's getting slightly difficult now. Very good delivery. I mean, he saw the batter coming down the track. And yeah, even direct hit wouldn't have done any harm. So yeah, it was a very good delivery. He adjusted his length ever so slightly. He saw Prithvi Madhu dancing down the track, and that's where he adjusted his length ever so slightly. He's switched on Wahab Hassan. That's a marvelous stroke by Yain Kiran Rai. He's now decided that it's time to play a bit more freely. He's already out there for quite a while. He, of course, did come out to open. And that is a very elegant stroke by Yain Kiran Rai, intentionally going over the head of the cover fielder. It's not an easy shot by any means. I mean, it wasn't all that short, but the way Yain Kiran Rai got into an excellent position by rocking at his back foot, and the power he generated at the back foot, simply impeccable. Much more like it. We haven't really seen the bowlers try to flag the ball. Nabil has been firing onto the stumps. Wahab too has been darting, but now that they've realized that Yain, it's become a bit easier for him every time they've tried to bowl quick at him. So adjusting their pace ever so slightly. Prithvi Madhu on the other end, he needs to just stay in the middle and feed the strike to someone who's now decided to unleash 5 runs away for his half century. Nicely played. Singles isn't going to harm Team 7 Districts. So surely now Abu Dhabi Smashers are going to have a mini meeting after this over, as we will be heading to drinks. And that's going to be a very important one. I think clearly the think tank is going to get involved and ask both the batters to go hard, because the required run rate is now almost up to 12 runs per over, and we are just into the 10th over. Bit of a fumble, and Prithvi, I think he was not watching the ball. Just the last delivery, the players, the batters are aware that they will be going in the break. That's where there will be a mini meeting, a mini conference as to how to go about in the next 10 overs. Is still achievable. We saw what Soft did in the previous game. I mean, they lost 3 wickets early on, and then They brought that required run rate below 8 runs per over. So there's still a lot of hope for Abu Dhabi Smashers. Does the right thing. A dot to close out the over, and the players will take drinks. Play resumes straight after the drinks break, and it's going to be Nabil Aziz to continue. Good bit of running, getting 2 runs to start off proceedings. Yeah, one added advantage is that this team possesses is their fielding. I mean, they've got some quality fielders in their lineup. Nabil Aziz himself, he's an absolute live wire in the field. Wahab Hassan, Mohammad Irfan, Irshad. I mean, you just name anyone in their side, they're all gun fielders. And I think that's all which is needed to do with behind the scenes, the hard work being put, of course. Their coach, Muhammad Rizwan, he's put in that hard work with a lot of net sessions, and the hard work he puts in behind Rizwan, of course. He himself has played a lot of cricket back in Pakistan, so he does carry a lot of experience. And clearly it's showing in the field. I mean, the effort these men put in the ground is a testament to the fact that the hard work they've put in. Now that is a brilliant stroke by Prithvi Madhu. And this is much more like it. Surely in the drinks breaks, the message would have been loud and clear that go for it. We're falling behind. The required run rate is almost creeping to 13. It's now come down to 12 runs per over to come in thick and fast. You can't really rely, or I would rather say depend too much on Yankton Rai. You don't want to be giving him all that pressure. I mean, he's batted so beautifully. He needs some support from the other end as well. So, knowing that there's so much batting to come after this, Prithvi Madhu now has the license to go hard, just to take that slight bit of pressure which was being built and formed on Yankton Rai. Short delivery, and lucky he's gotten away with it. It's not to close out the 11th over, it's 89 for 2. Good last couple of overs for Abu Dhabi Smashers, but the challenge now is that they'll have to keep up the momentum which they have gotten for the last 10 to 15 minutes. It's not going to be all that easy because Wahab Hassan and Nabil Aziz are such bowlers who are very miser when it comes to giving runs, very economical bowlers, both of the left arm spinners. And that's not the first time we're seeing Prithvi Madhu dancing down the track, and Wahab Hassan yet again smart with adjusting his length. Still a long way to go, mind you. 110 is what is needed. And this is where if a wicket falls, the pressure will mount even more on Abu Dhabi Smashers because there will be a few dot deliveries. And that's where the required run rate will shoot up very quickly. Pulled away, and he's found the gap yet again. That's his 50. Brilliant batting performance yet again by the stylish right-handed Yayankiran Rai, keeping the hopes alive to chase this down. It has been a very mature and a calculated knock by Yayankiran Rai. Can't really recall if he's taking any unnecessary risks or played any rash strokes. Has been a chanceless innings. Such a quality stroke maker, really, and is one cricketer to watch out for the future. Wahab Hassan on the other end has been wicketless. Usually we do see Wahab Hassan come and bowl with the new ball as well, but today when you have Awais and Farhan, his services weren't required in the power play. Tossed up delivery, miscued, soft dismissal. Haider Wasi Shah makes no mistake. And the moment Wahab Hassan decides to toss the ball up, flight it, he's gotten a bit of turn and also has deceived Yayankiran Rai through the air, and an easy catch has been taken. Delighted is Haider Wasi Shah alongside Awais Ahmed. 94 for the loss of 3. excellent comeback by Wahab Hassan after he was smashed for a boundary. Has gotten the wicket off the set batter. Now comes another cricketer who has vast experience to play here in Abu Dhabi. Is Mohammad Nadeem, who was terrific in the first innings with the ball, is now having a big responsibility with the bat because the required run rate is almost 13 runs per over. Stop delivery. Every time he's looked to flight the ball, give a bit of air, he has made it difficult for the batters to really time the ball because it's such a situation where it's desperate for the batters to go hard. We'll keep the chat alive after this over. It's 95 for 3. Right then, this is an interesting move by the captain Farman Ali. He's opted to bring Awais Ahmed back into the attack when you do have a couple of overs of Mohammad Irfan, Nabil Aziz, but he's opted to go with Awais. Let's see if this is the right move. I think yeah, you can afford to have Awais Ahmed at this stage. You usually see him come and bowl the 18th and the 20th over, nails in those Yorkers. But Farman Ali, he's aware that there's a new batter at the crease and someone who's already played 15 deliveries on the other end, Prithvi Madhu, is not looking to go all out against the bowlers. So this is where maybe he can sneak in with one good quiet over. And then it just will become super difficult, really, even for Ghulam Murtaza, for Zain Butt. Pulls it. It's high up in the air. And very lucky he didn't time it. Single is not going to be bothering Seven Districts at the moment. So far, I think they've been spot on. Farman Ali, of course, calling it right and making the right decision to bat first. It's a really good wicket to bat on. Raheel Ali missing out to his 100. Irfan playing such a valuable knock. Irshad there providing that much needed impetus into the innings later on. And now over to somebody who is one of the most experienced bowlers of Seven Districts, Awais Ahmed. So yeah, the match is pretty much slipping out of their grasp now. Abu Dhabi Smashers, they need to smash everything which comes to their way. 103 more required. That's a long way to go. And with the bowling which they have in their ranks, it's just going to get tougher and tougher. Very lucky. That could have gone anywhere. Awais Ahmed, such a smart operator. Every time you throw the ball to him, he will enjoy his cricket. Of course, he's a gun fielder. He's someone who's, I think, gotten a very good throw here in the domestic circuit. He's got a rocket of an arm. Also, is someone who really works very hard onto his fitness. And lately he's generating a lot of pace as well. Excellent. hours and hours of practice in the net sessions where you are asked from your coach, Mr. Rizwan, that this is the box where you need to just keep on targeting the block hole deliveries. And Wes Ahmed, he's nailed in the Yorker. Nothing much you can do. I mean, you wouldn't expect somebody like Prithvi Madhu to play a ram shot. He's a proper cricketer, looks to always play with a straight bat. And Wes Ahmed has been economical in this over until the commentator's curse got onto Wes Ahmed. Yeah, we'll have to go back and reload. So with this wide, he's conceded only the 4 runs. Prithvi Madhu, I think he will have no option other than going hard at everything which comes in his way. I mean, he has already gotten his eye in the middle. Mind you, Prithvi Madhu is a cricketer who really loves a longer format. I've seen him play in 50 overs. He's such a classic cricketer. That should be a wide. Yeah, that's the right decision. The previous one was a bit close call, which was made by the umpire, but this was certainly going away from the batter. Slashes it towards cover, but cannot find the boundary. Prithvi Madhu. Couple of more runs to close out the 13th over. It's 102 for 3. Another surprising change. Farhan Khan has been introduced early into the attack as well. Ball dipping onto Nadeem, trying to go for a big hit. It has been a struggle so far for the batters to really time the ball. The only batter who looked comfortable was Yayin Rai, and just when he decided to unleash, just when the demand of the current situation and the scenario of the game where he had to go big, he lost his wicket. It was Wahab Hassan, the left arm experienced spinner, spinning his web. This is going to be good little experience. Prithvi Madhu will be facing somebody who bowls with some pace. Glides it. It's a dot delivery. So that's exactly what I was mentioning, that mid stage of the game where Prithvi Madhu and Yayin Rai were batting and they were at the crease. That is where I believe Nadeem or Ghulam Murtaza could have been promoted and sent up the order when you know that you need 200. That's been pulled away very, very nicely, and he's got a lot of bat. Half a dozen for Prithvi Madhu. This is much more like it. He is certainly a fearless and a courageous cricketer, and whack. I'm sure he's enjoyed this shot because he smashed Farhan Khan for a huge maximum. That will give him a lot of confidence in the centre. clipped in the air. Only a single to offer. So they need that one, or not one. I think they need a couple of huge overs really if they have got. Have a chance. You should have a positive attitude and a mindset that it's still achievable. Of course, in the modern era, we've seen how many times these runs have been chased, it's been pulled away, but there is protection. So it's just the belief that batters should have in themselves. Couple of big overs, you never know. They will be right back in the contest. They need to choose and pick a bowler, but who do they choose? Because all the bowlers of seven districts are super experienced and ready to close out the 14th over. Nelson on the board. It's 111 for 3. Wes Ahmed will be bowling out his last over of this innings. I think he's been very impressive yet again, of course, with the new ball, and then he's been brought back into the attack pretty early in the latter part of this innings. And so far, he's doing a fine job. Bit of a fumble by Wahab. This is a pretty rare sight. You don't really see him making any mistakes. And Farman Ali, he's fuming. Yeah, this is really good to see. I mean, he knows the match is still within the grasp, but he's not going to accept these minor errors in the field. He wants all the players to be switched on. He doesn't want anybody to relax or take this game easy. He wants to win this game and also win by a big margin. I really love this positive approach by Farman. Crashed towards long off. Muscled away nicely by Mohammad Nadeem. And Wes Ahmed trying to bang in short, but Nadeem, he waited, and I think he just read the delivery from Wes Ahmed, the roll of the fingers. So he knew what's coming next. The ball will or rather, it did slightly hold up. And in the end, Nadeem, I think he did a fine job getting a boundary. So it's a good start to the over. Already 6 runs on the board, the first two. They need that one huge over of 20-24. Walked away nicely this time towards the deep square leg. So a couple of looseners by Awais Ahmed. Not the best of delivery. Drifting down the leg side, and I think he's just getting a little predictable now. I haven't seen him bowl any sharp bumper, a Yorker in this over. Yeah, he did exceptionally well in the last over where he nailed in a few Yorkers. But the last two deliveries were it was written, hit me all over the ball. Yeah, Nabil Aziz, you can see in the background, he's trying his level best to keep the ball dry. That's all because the dew has heavily formed now in this very ground. So 10 runs in the first 3 deliveries. Can he make this over a 20-24 over? Again, a bit of a misfield, but no real damage done. So trying to go for the ram shot, Nadeem, but is very smart, really, Awais. What he did here was he saw Mohammad Nadeem just showing his cards way too early. He did shuffle across the stumps, wanted to play the ram shot. That's where Awais took all the pace off. So even if he would have gotten a decent connection, the ball wouldn't have traveled all that far. All it could have done, it could have just gone into the hands of the fielder. So a good little comeback delivery by Awais, followed by another perfect Yorker. So this is a good little passage of play. Awais Ahmed is doing a fine job for his team. 15 runs almost is what is required if they need to win this game. Abu Dhabi Smashes, of course, they do have a win under their belt. They went on to win the first game yesterday. Since hit hard chance. Oh, that's really not the best of efforts. But he's very lucky that they didn't go towards the boundary. And I think straight away you could see him complaining that maybe the floodlight came onto his eye line, and that was the reason he just couldn't get hold onto the ball. Rather, it's 125 for 3. Lahiru Sundaruwan, the new bowler, introduced pretty late in the contest. Hits it really hard downtown. It's gone for a maximum. This is much more like it. Prithvi Madhu seeing an opportunity because he knows that there's a new bowler who's just been introduced at a stage where they still do have a chance to chase this down. I think they're just one big over away. We did see a good last over for Abu Dhabi Smashers. It's just that they need to have the belief and confidence in themselves. Should be a wide. Waiting for the signal of the umpire. No, he seems to be unmoved. So dot delivery is an absolute gold dust from here onwards. You'll see how quickly the required run rate will creep up every time a bowler will be able to bowl a dot. I think 76 are just one good over away to really sealing the deal. On the other end, same goes for Abu Dhabi Smashers. They need one massive over. Goes hard once again. And similar result. He's not bowling according to his feel. Lahiru keeping the mid-off in the circle. And Prithvi Madhu, who's so strong towards the V, gets a boundary to his name. So he's looking to take the charge, and yeah, the captain is he's very animated behind the stumps. But the question remains to be asked whether Lahiru was required to bowl in this stage. I mean, you have the overs of Mohammad Irfan, you have Nabil Aziz. Hits it really hard. And that too will find the fence. 14 runs in the first 4 deliveries. We're going to see a replica of what we saw last evening, where Dial Battery Gorilla 11 were down and out. The match was literally over until the 18th over, and then the last 2 overs, 36 was required. And it was Yahya Ali. He went on to chase those 36 runs against a star-studded lineup, and he was severe against Zishan Nasir. And then the last over of Abdul Ghaffar, where 14 odd runs were remaining, and guess what? Yahya Ali chased it down with 1 ball to spare. So it's not over until it's over. Prithvi Madhu is keeping the hopes alive. This is the delivery where Mohammad Nadeem really needs to get one huge hit. A boundary. These couple of deliveries are so important. I've already gotten 14 in the first 4. The decision to bring a new bowler in this stage of the game, not too sure. This is high up in the air. The keeper has called it. It's made a mess of it, Farman Ali. He expects somebody like Farman Ali behind the stumps to really hold on to this. Yeah, he had all the time in the world really to settle in and get his eyes underneath the ball, but lucky for Mohammad Nadeem, he survives. It's 141 for 3. Youngster, he's turning on the heat here in the Tolerance Oval, and he is not going down without a fight. He is a fighter, Prithvi Madhu. Now this is not going to be easy against him to score runs. That's high up in the air. In the vacant area, the call is for 2. Oh, in fact, they've settled in just for a single. I thought it should have been 2. Yeah, you can see the frustration on the Prithvi Madhu's face, because that was high, long. There was ample time for Prithvi Madhu to come back on strike. I know Mohammad Nadeem is experienced. He's someone who's a power hitter, but honestly, for me, I would really want Prithvi Madhu now to take the majority of the strike. He's seeing the ball so nicely in the middle. Yeah, he's trying to muscle the ball and trying to hit the ball way too hard. That's the reason he's not been able to time it. On the other end, somebody like Prithvi Madhu, who's been out there for quite a while, he took his time initially, but then the last over, he was super impressive. The way he's batted and the shots he's played is straight out of the textbook. Always looking to play down the ground with a straighter bat, proper creating strokes. Just like that. Oh, he's dropped it. You are a true champion. What a shot this is. Look at the whip from his blade, reminding of the great MS Dhoni and Prithvi Madhu. He is, he's rather certainly brought his team back into this contest. Quiet run rate has gone below 15. It's now almost 14 runs per over. So this match has all of a sudden, out of nowhere, has come to life. Oh, he's fuming. He's not happy, Mohammad Irfan. He believes that should have been the end of Prithvi Madhu. It's high up in the air and it's gone for a boundary yet again. One bounce into the fence. What a way to bring up his 50, Prithvi Madhu. He's a true champion and a fighter, and he is certainly giving his team a lot of hope out there now. It's the equation has come down to 46 runs. Madhu. It's high. Has he got enough bat on this one? Oh, he's put it down. Or in fact, it's gone towards the boundary as well. What on earth is happening outside in the middle? I mean, that should have been a catch. I know it's a tough one, but then at least he could have stopped the boundary. Unbelievable scenes out there, really. They were 13 runs per over, 42 required. We might just go down to the last delivery of this contest. We did so yesterday. It wasn't the last delivery, it was the second last because Yahya Ali didn't need the last delivery. He finished the game in 19.5. Prithvi Madhu, my oh my. Oh, missed out. In fact, he's gotten a thick outside edge and they have gotten a very big wicket. This man really needs a standing ovation when he goes back to the dugout. Uh, that's a very good delivery. Completely deceived him in the end, but really take a bow, young man. You've batted so beautifully, and surely Prithvi Madhu is one prospect to watch out for the future. He's done for the night. It's 158 for 4. It is Farhan Khan who's been reintroduced, and he's been welcomed by a mighty hit. Now these are the two batters who can really take the game away from the opponents. We are aware that Mohammad Nadeem and Ghulam Murtaza, these are the two cricketers who play a lot of cricket in this part of the region. They have a vast experience on their shoulders and have seen again, a reminder for our viewers, 36 was required in 12 deliveries in yesterday's evening game. 36 required now, and they've got 17 deliveries. This is possible. It is a good wicket. There's view out there. The odds are now going against 7 districts. Nicely done. That's a very good delivery. A dot delivery is absolute gold dust from this stage. Beautifully bowled by Farhan Khan. Just a false start by Farhan Khan. I'll have to go back and reload. This is a very important Oh, missed out. Surely he's missed out on this one. It was a juicy full toss. Nadeem yet again a struggle for him now. If ever so, you would want anybody to be at the crease when you need 35 in 16 deliveries. It's this man, Ghulam Murtaza. Is not going to trouble 7 districts one bit whatsoever. But Prithvi Madhu has brought his team back in the contest. It was first Yayankin Rai, who played such a valuable handy knock for his team. But then Prithvi Madhu started off slowly, shakily, and then when he got the momentum in his favor, it was such a treat to watch the young boy this evening. Oh, missed out. These are the little moments in the game. I mean, if ever so, he could have connected this. Maybe that could have been a no ball as well. I'm not sure. Umpire has called that as a wide. But fine margin. I mean, a full toss over the waist height, getting smashed for a maximum. Oh my word, if ever so that would have happened, I mean, Farman Ali would have been fuming. The match was in their grasp. 7 districts are letting things go from their hands. Oh, this is such a smart stroke by Nadeem, really. He's used the pace of Farhan Khan, knowing the third man was in the circle, and opened the face of the bat beautifully to get such valuable 4 in this over. 12 runs coming in. This is a very important delivery. If ever so he gets a boundary, the equation comes down to 25 in 12 deliveries, and that is very much possible. Last delivery is nailed in the Yorker. That was a very good delivery, right in the block hole. And the good news is that it will be the set batter, Nadeem, who will be taking strike. So the end of over number 18. We're going down to the last two. It's 172 for 4. Mohammad Irfan to ball the penalty. Hammered this towards long off chance. He takes it. And I think this was the reason that he was held back and Farman Ali kept this one over. Just for this reason, he wanted Irfan to come and ball the penultimate over, and he has struck gold. He's gotten rid of the set batter Nadeem, who was batting beautifully until Mohammad Irfan gets the better of him. It's 172 for 5. In comes Zain Butt, another fierce striker of the cricket ball. I think Zain, all he needs to do is just ensure he gets Ghulam Murtaza back on strike as quickly as he can. He too can strike, of course. Zain Butt is a very handy, hard hitting batter. But Ghulam Murtaza, I mean, he's someone who's really won his team games on numerous occasions. Still, I believe it's not over. 27 is achievable in 11 overs. One big hit, and there will be a loud cheer from the dugout, and that's where I think Seven Districts would push the panic button. Missed out. This is now getting out of the hands because each and every dot delivery, the match will slip out of the hands from Abu Dhabi Smashes. But what a game of cricket have you witnessed? Already plenty of excitement in this tournament of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition. An absolute nail biter did we witness the second game of the tournament yesterday evening, and now yet again. In fact, even the third game this afternoon was such a close one. Oh, he. Well, how do I explain this now? Zen, but tried to play twice the occasion and he failed on both the occasions. This is something which you don't really see. I mean, in a game of cricket, when the bowler bowls, he played one shot very early and then he saw, oh, I still have a chance to play another one. And he went on to miss that one as well. Zen, but I think once he goes back and sees the replay, he will see the funny side of it. But yeah, what a brilliant over have you witnessed. Mohammad Irfan is doing a fine job for his team. This is not required. There's no need, really. I mean, when you know opponents, they need 27 and 9. When you know the slow bumpers and the variations are working in your favor, there's no need really to give any pace. I mean, If ever so, this was onto his pads, Zayn, but the way he flicked, the way he tried to flick this ball, that should have really sailed towards the fine leg or the deep square leg region for a maximum. Yeah, this has been pulled away, and he's got a lot of bat on this one, Zayn, but he's a very powerful striker of the ball, mind you, and he can seriously pack a punch. And he said, enough is enough. I have read this wicket. This is my home ground. And you keep balling me there. This is what I will do. He's hammered Mohammad Irfan for a huge maximum, and he's keeping the hopes alive. Two more deliveries. Imagine him getting another maximum. And you will see, you will hear rather loud cheer from the dugout. Oh, lucky, very lucky for Mohammad Irfan. On and off day that could have just passed Farhan. Could have easily been a boundary. So it's still not over. We're going to the last over. 21 required. We needed how many? Dial a battery. They needed 14, if I can recall. Yeah, 14 was required in the last over in yesterday's game. So if ever so he gets some maximum, that will make it 15 runs in the last over. Excellent delivery by Mohammad Irfan to close out the penultimate over. It's 180 for 5. So 20 is what is required in the last over, and Farman Ali has thrown the ball to a spinner, which is always a risky and a dicey move. I hope it pays off for the captain, but who can forget that match? Well, I think it was a semi-final. My memory isn't all that good, but it was Saeed Ajmal who bowled the last over, and Mike Hussey went absolute berserk against him. Struck 4 huge maximums. Goes long, he goes high, gets a maximum. Can he do a Mike Hussey this evening, Ghulam Murtaza. He is one of the most fierce strikers of the cricket ball, and bang he goes. That's a thunderous hit. He's a powerful bloke, and Ghulam Murtaza on his day, if he's on song and if he's in a mood, onto and Ghulam Murtaza on such kind of tracks, he's gonna make you pay for it. So the hopes are alive. What a fantastic cricket match are we witnessing. I was just mentioning that this is one man who never takes the pressure, but I can promise you, deep inside, he is feeling the heat. 14 required. Oh, he's a cheeky bowler. You can see Zen, but on the other end, he is not very pleased with Wahab Hassan. Yeah, here he comes again. Oh, it's all happening out there in the middle. Ghulam Murtaza now moving away from the stumps. Fantastic scenes out there. What a game of cricket. What drama in the middle. It's in the air. And he's taken eventually. What a catch. For a moment, I thought he's fumbled it, and Wahab Hassan has the last laugh and has a thing or two to say to Ghulam Murtaza. Such a smart delivery. He's bowled it away from his arc, away from his zone, and fumbling. And on the second attempt, wow, he's hung on to it. And what a tremendous catch in the deep. He knows that he's taken one of the most important wickets of this game, because Ghulam Murtaza, if ever so, he would have gotten a 6 on this delivery. The equation would have been very easy for Abu Dhabi Smashers. 186 for 6. What a match have we witnessed. Farooq Moment, who was a bit expensive this evening. Can he be the hero? Can he smash a 6 in this over? It's high up in the air. They might consider to come back for the second. Good running. Excellent running between the wickets. So still the match is alive. 3 balls is what's remaining, and 12 runs is what is needed. By no means he connected this one, Farooq Moment. I mean, he doesn't really have any time. It's not easy to really come in and smash the bowler, especially Wahab Hassan, of course, such an experienced bowler. Well, that delivery by Wahab Hassan, really need to give a lot of credit to Wahab. So smart. Bowled it away from his arc and fired it. Farman Ali, what have you done? That should have been stopped. It has gone through his legs. Wahab Hassan, you can see he's not very amused with this effort. What should have been a stumping, in the end has resulted in a boundary. That's a poor effort, to say the least. Really, I mean, these are basic errors. And you're making these errors at a stage where you can lose the game. Imagine now if he hits a boundary or a 6. What then? The whole team will remember this buys which have been given by the captain himself. So this is a big ball loading. Can Farooq Moment hit a boundary or whack this out of the park? It's a thick outside edge. It's going towards the boundary. He gets it. 4 runs needed in the last delivery of this contest, and Farooq Moment He's keeping the hopes alive. Full toss, and he threw the kitchen sink at and just slashed it hard. And that was the right way to go about. He needed to go hard on this. Nobody is sitting on their seats. They're all up on their feet. And they need just the 4 runs. Imagine, they were down and out. They needed 16 runs per over at one stage. And who would have thought this match will go right down to the wire until the last delivery? Look at them, Farooq Momin and Zain Butt. They're smiling. They've got no pressure whatsoever. It's completely opposite. If you talk about 7 districts, yeah, no smiles on Wahab Hassan's face. I mean, can he be the hero? Last delivery, 4 to win. Can Farooq take his team over the line? He goes hard. It's high up in the air. It's gone for a maximum. Can you believe it? Farooq Momin, take a bow. You are a true champion, my friend. He's snatched the game out of the mouth from 7 districts, and he has claimed victory and has sailed his team over the victory line, and they are jubilant. Over the moon are Abu Dhabi Smashers. Well, this team is incredible. Look at Zain Butt go. He knows this was an unbelievable performance. It's their ground. It's their den. And they were here for some serious business. And they didn't allow 7 districts to get through them. And they kept on fighting right at the last delivery of this contest. And my oh my, what a game of cricket have we witnessed. It's Abu Dhabi Smashers who have won this game on the last delivery and have clinched victory. Yayin Rai, what a brilliant performance. 53 for him, and then Saurav and Prithvi providing that much needed impetus. I think Prithvi's 54 was very important knock for them. Nadeem playing a valuable 33, and then Zain Butt getting that important boundary. And of course, Farooq Momin, the hero of this game, has led his team to victory, and they will remember this for a very, very long time. I mean, they started off so well. Awais Ahmed picked up a wicket. Farhan Khan was expensive. Irfan picked up 3 wickets. Nabil Aziz economical. Nabil Aziz didn't bowl the 4th over. Very surprising. Wahab Hassan picked up 2, and Lahiru Sandrovan, I don't think so he was required. He came in and gave 17 runs and also 10 extra. So a lot of things needs to be considered after they go back in the dugout. Well, match number 4 done and dusted. 7 districts scoring 199 lot of 20 overs, and Abu Dhabi Smashers in reply have chased this down in the very last delivery by the help of Prithvi Madhu, Yayin Rai, Mohammad Nadeem, and that name is not mentioned in the batting column, is Farooq Momin, because he was the hero of this game when he took the game away from 7 districts in the last delivery, smashing it for a 6 and winning the contest by 4 wickets. Right, then we're just going to take a short little break, and once we are back, we will be having the post-match presentation. Stay tuned. Welcome to the presentation of UPRO Summer Cup Pro Edition 2026. It was match number 4. Some districts winning the toss, deciding to bat first and scoring a good score of 199 in 20 overs. In reply, Abu Dhabi Smashers chasing it down in the last ball of the match. And it was Farooq Momin who was the hero of this contest, winning the game for his team by 4 wickets on the very last delivery of the match. I would now like to invite our match referee, Mr. Preetham, to please hand over the player of the match. And it has to go someone who was brilliant, all-round performance by Mohammad Nadeem of Abu Dhabi Smashers. First, of course, he was brilliant with the ball. 4 overs, 21 runs, 3 wickets to his name. And then with the bat played a valuable knock 33 in 20. मोहम्मद नदीम बहुत बहुत मुबारक हो. सबसे पहले ये बताएं कि कैसा लग रहा है आपको. पहले तो आपकी बैटिंग और बॉलिंग की बात करेंगे, फिर मैच पे आएंगे.
जी बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. सबसे पहले तो अल्लाह ताला का शुक्र अदा करता हूँ. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. जब जीत जाते हैं तो ज़ाहिर है टीम के साथ तो बहुत अच्छा फील हो रहा है.
आप अंदर बहुत ज़बरदस्त बैटिंग कर रहे थे. आप जब आउट हुए आपको लगा कि अब यहाँ मैच खत्म हो गया? आपको भरोसा था अपने प्लेयर्स के ऊपर?
नहीं, मुझे वट्टू भाई पे, मुर्तज़ा भाई पे और फ़रूक भाई पे पूरा वो भरोसा था कि वट्टू भाई अगर पूरा एंड तक खेल गया तो इंशाल्लाह भाई हम चेस कर जाएंगे.
क्या फीलिंग थी लास्ट ओवर में आप सबकी?
भाई यही दुआ ही कर रहे थे कि अल्लाह करे अच्छा फिनिश हो, क्योंकि 7 डिस्ट्रिक्ट के साथ हमेशा इधर अच्छा मैच हुआ है और अच्छा फिनिश हुआ है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह.
आखिरी सवाल नदीम भाई, ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच आप किसको देना चाहेंगे?
ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच जैन भाई को दूंगा मैं. जैन भाई ने हमेशा मुझे सपोर्ट किया है, तो ये प्लेयर ऑफ द मैच जैन भाई के लिए.
ज़बरदस्त परफॉर्मेंस, मुबारक हो, बेस्ट ऑफ लक और ऐसे ही खेलते रहें.
थैंक यू.
That was Nadeem with his all-round performance. He's the player of the match. We're done and dusted with the post presentation. Do join us tomorrow as we have another action-packed day of cricket. Until then, Owais Ali signing off. It's goodbye and God bless.